All right, I didn't want to bring this up, but I'm going to bring it up because I've been watching some interviews and seeing some podcasts. Where do y'all stand on aliens? All right. Basically, here's what's happened. I've watched this podcast with Bob Lazar, who's a guy who claims to, or he did work at Area 51, and his claims are, I saw these alien spacecrafts. They wanted me to work on them, to reverse engineer them, to try to understand the technology in them. And he's public about it. But and there's a documentary they just put out and everything. And I'm like, one, do y'all think aliens exist? Two, do y'all think the government has information on this stuff, but they don't want to create calamity or, conflict in the world, so they just have been trying to keep it quiet? Three, if you are a religious person or a person of faith, does knowing that there's aliens, does that conflict with your faith at all? Now, I just feel like the universe is so massive that there's definitely a possibility that there could be some other things out there. And it's just a fascinating conversation. So I am eager to see what y'all are talking about in this comment section because, every friend I run into over lunch, we're talking about this. I'm about to start a podcast.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's just Ashlee Keyton reporting for duty. This is Sunday. Obviously, this is why I have the power tie on. I am ready to go. Feeling very presidential today. So, Andy Mineo, he recently posted a video. He posts a lot of very controversial things that we have to discuss, don't we? So, he posted something dealing with aliens, right?
Oh, God!
And most of the times when I hear things from my brothers and sisters or any other people about aliens or extraterrestrial life forms outside of the earth, Illuminati or anything like this, I'm thinking, okay, you've been smoking marijuana, just to be honest. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I have no issues with him. I respect my boy. Yeah! So, aliens. First of all, if you look at the Bible in Genesis chapter 3, verse 20, it says that Eve is the mother of all living. So you have to think, okay, so if Eve is the mother of all living, is there any verse to show that he is only talking about all living on earth? If Eve is the mother of all living, that would mean that the aliens would have to come from Eve, which would make the whole point void, which would cancel out the idea of them even being aliens. It would keep them from being aliens. Because if she's the mother of all living, that means she would have to have made it to Mars and have more children and then come back. And that means they're somehow just aliens to us. But they still wouldn't be aliens because they still came from our mother. So that wouldn't make sense. And when you look at the Bible, some would say, oh, well, the word aliens is in there a couple times. But obviously, we all know the word aliens in the Bible is talking about foreigners from foreign lands, not from foreign planets. It's not talking about that. If you read the context of any of those verses, you will clearly see that it's talking about different it's talking about different planets, guys. Aliens are real. Killed my whole point. Let's end the video there. Let's go. No. If you look at those verses, you can obviously tell that the aliens it's speaking of are talking about foreigners, the same way that we use it today when we talk about aliens. I actually saw a mug, and one of my friends was drinking from the mug. I was like, yeah, it's cool, dude, aliens. And I was like, yo, it says USA, the aliens are here. It's some political point to say that we're letting illegal immigrants in. So I was like, you really don't know what that mug says. It's going to offend a lot of people, but they may not know either. Who knows? So, yes, now we have our conclusion. Now, guys, I'm going to give you this advice when we're seeking out these things. People get so stuck on whys that we don't think the what is as important. Now, when I want to know what God is saying, I ask God, why did you say that? Why did you say, be sober, be vigilant, for the adversary, the devil cometh as a lion, seeking whom he may devour? Why did you say that, God? Because he wants you to be vigilant. So that means any other thing Besides, like we say, the word sober is just dealing with alcohol. It's not dealing with marijuana or whatever that causes you to see these aliens and believe that they're real. And the other witchcraft that gets involved with that kind of stuff that we will discuss in another video. But when the Bible says to be vigilant, because he's telling you the why, because your adversary, the devil, cometh about as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. He's coming to seek you, to devour you. That means if you're driving home and you don't have enough sleep, the enemy is going to try to use that moment to devour you. So be vigilant. Why? Because you're driving and you're not vigilant because you're tired and you're seeing things. But we'll just end the video there. Like, comment, subscribe. Please check out the album in the description below. God bless y'all.